I got to tell you, I'm excited to welcome you to this week's episode of the Elite Advisor Report, where each week we examine what elite financial advisors are doing. Our definition of an elite advisor is someone who's consistently making $1 million in net income or more and delivering a world-class client experience. And in this week's episode, I want to go into getting referrals, and once you get them, what do you do? You know, this is one of the biggest challenges I find that financial advisors have. They want a steady stream of pre-qualified, pre-endorsed, right fit affluent clients to work with. And I got to tell you, most advisors are not having great success in having this organic growth. They are concerned where the next client's coming from. And in this video, what I want to do is help you move from being concerned to having the quiet confidence you're going to have that steady stream. I'm John Bowen, CEO and founder of CEG Worldwide, and getting this, what we call it, is a wealthy client pipeline. So you have a steady stream of pre-qualified, pre-endorsed affluent clients. It's amazing what you can accomplish. So what are we going to go over in this video to help you with this? So the key takeaways that you're going to walk away with is how having responses ready. When a prospective client says no, maybe yes to meeting with you to discuss financial situations, I want you to be prepared. Success favors the prepared mind, and you're going to have the systems in place to really address this so that the vast majority become clients. The key, to keep the referral source informed along the way so that you really incentivize people to not only introduce you to the people they care about so you can make a difference, but that they do it on a repeated basis. And lastly, what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you one of the most powerful concepts we've found over the last several years for our coaching clients. Is a concept we call second opinion service to assess where a prospective client is now, where they want to go, and how you can help them really make a huge difference. It's amazing the opportunity each and every one of us has when we master referrals. Let's get started. I don't know about you, but when I started in the industry, I was taught to ask for referrals. And we had all kinds of different methodology, and I had all kinds of people tell me different ways to doing it. And quite honestly, I always felt like if I'm delivering a great experience, they'll want to give me referrals. And I did get referrals when I was an advisor. I mean, we grew our business to $2 billion in assets under management before selling and starting CEG, but I got to tell you, it was a lot less than I thought I should get. Now, I made a fundamental change right at the end when we sold the practice, just a little bit before. And this was a huge difference. I decided to stop asking for referrals, and instead, I provided our top clients with something of great value, a second opinion service. And this is really a big deal. It's one of those things that you've kind of probably thought about but didn't execute if you're like most advisors. And I want you to think about a second opinion service offer. It's not an ask, it's an offer. You're providing value to the clients. It's different than asking for referrals. When you ask for a referral, you're making a request. When you go ahead and offer a second opinion, you're really giving a gift. Now, let me define that for you. With a second opinion, well, let me do referrals first. Referrals, I always hated asking for referrals. I had the good fortune to be in the Silicon Valley, the right place, right time, and we had some pretty wealthy clients, and they were paying us pretty good fees. and I didn't feel they owed me anything. When I asked for referrals, I thought, it felt to me like I was asking them to pay me even more. When I made that shift where I said that as a top client, We have a very valuable service for the people that you care about. We will do a second opinion service where we'll take a look at where they are now, where they want to go, and what are the gaps, and whether their current providers, not only financial advisors, but their professional team, are doing a good job. If they are, we're going to tell them to stay there. And if not, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and evaluate whether we're the right ones to serve them. And as you know, because you're talking to a client now, as you know, we limit our practice to only those clients where we can make a huge impact. If their current provider isn't the right one and we're not the right one, we promise to point them in the right direction. You can see that's a huge value. This is for the people they care about, their colleagues, their friends, their family. And that generates a substantial amount of business. We've found that in our coaching programs, advisors that are implementing this with no other marketing can generate up to about a 20% growth year over year in assets under management. It's a huge, huge opportunity. Now, the key in all this is effective follow-up. You have to set the stage, you have to use the script, and then you have to go ahead and follow up. So what are we talking about here? Well, the follow-up is pretty simple. You contact, when somebody introduces, you're going to contact each prospective client. Now, I know sometimes they're not going to be perfect clients. Well, you go ahead, and in our case, we would recommend doing a discovery meeting, evaluating where they are, where they want to go, what are the gaps, and then looking at their current provider. If they're doing a good job, stay there. If you're not the right one and they're the other one, you're going to point them in the right direction. You can do that pretty quickly in a one meeting process. The client feels good that introduced them to you because it's someone they cared about. The prospective client knows how exclusive you are, so oftentimes they'll ultimately refer people to you, and they feel good that you weren't trying to sell them anything at all, which is very unusual in the financial service industry, that you were just simply helping them. Huge value. And then with the permission of that prospective client, you're going to go ahead and close the loop with the client. This is, this two-step process is so easy. What we find is a message, it's really clear. Effective follow-through, good communication, making the offer, delivering the offer. These are crucial drivers of success to generate a steady stream of pre-qualified, pre-endorsed affluent clients. And when we look at the hierarchy of advisor success, and let me put that up here, what we find is technicians are typically grinding it out. They have great investment knowledge, and they're doing well, 200 to 350,000. You can see the outcomes of each of the areas here. When they start delivering a great world-class client experience, they're able to move up to experimenters and having this type of income. What we find, though, is these advisors are publicly successful. Friends, family think they're very successful, but they're privately stressed. As we refine the experience to provide advice beyond simply investing, what happens? You're delivering a full wealth management experience, and then adding second opinions, you're able to move right up to the rainmaker. Referrals, look at the income. You're broken through, pushing harder. We find a lot of advisors stop at that area, that it's kind of the ceiling of good enough. And the main reason is client referrals, as good as they are, they tend to refer laterally or down in net worth and assets under management or investable assets. So what happens is, a lot of times people stop. Once you get good at these second opinions for your clients, then you can move to center of influence referrals and get to the elite level. And this is where this hierarchy really comes together. It's referral driven. You got to deliver you got to be clear on what you want to do, who you want to be a hero to. You've got to go ahead and have a great client experience beyond simply investing. But then you create the wealthy client pipeline through this referral process, and you can race up this hierarchy of advisor success faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible. At the elite level, what I love, when we look at significance, you're able to build an amazing life of significance where you're taking care of the people you love, the causes you care about, and making a difference in the world. and you're doing that for your clients as well. This is a huge, huge opportunity that each of us have. See, here at CEG, we believe you can race up this and build an amazing life of significance by serving fewer and wealthier clients, delivering a great world-class experience. And we believe you can do it faster and with less effort than you thought possible. Now, one of the things that I get asked, is there a way that you can work with us to help? And one of the things we just say is, we'll take a look at your practice to see what we should do to accelerate your success even more. So how do we do that? Well, the way we do it is quite simple. It's a strategy session. And somewhere around here, you're going to see an opportunity to schedule a strategy call, depending on where you're listening or watching this. And there's usually a link underneath, but we place these videos all over the place. So the best thing to do is actually come back to our website, cegworldwide.com, and you'll see there's a bunch of freebies and webinars and conferences and all this stuff that you can have access to. But I encourage you to take and schedule your strategy session. It's a lot like what we're telling you to do for your clients, a second opinion. Take a look at where you are now, and where you want to go, what are the gaps, and what would we do? What's the simple and elegant thing we would do, no more than 3, to accelerate your success up the hierarchy of advisor success, faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible. Now, referrals are so important if you want to grow your business. And I want you to think about your current clients having the second opinion service, phenomenal value for the people they care about. Prospective clients, you're going to rescue them from being poorly served elsewhere. And ultimately, you're going to start doing referrals with second opinions through COIs, and you're going to race up the hierarchy of advisor success. So what's stopping you? If not now, when? And if not you, who's going to do it? Your clients, your future clients, and those centers of influence, they're counting on you. Don't let them down.